Hi friends, it's Pastor Bill Fole, and I'm coming to you on Labor Day weekend for this week's TouchPoint. On my sermon for Sunday, I focused on some of the texts that were leading up to the community discourse and how it is that Jesus tells us that we should live with each other in Matthew 18. And there's a text that was a little too complicated for me to kind of touch on during the sermon, and so I want to share with you now and then reflect on it a little bit, because I think it's helpful for us as we move into this in this fall season. This is from chapter 18, verses 8 and 9. And Jesus says, "If your hand or foot causes you to stumble, cut it off and throw it away. It is better for you to enter life maimed or lame than to have 2 hands or 2 feet and be thrown into the eternal fire. If your eye causes you to stumble, tear it out and throw it away. It is better for you to enter life with 1 eye than with 2 eyes and to be thrown into the hell of fire." This is a text that is a little more threatening than the ones we usually reflect on. And in some capacities we might say, well, golly, how does that work? To cut off a hand or a foot or pluck out an eye every time someone were to sin? There'd be a lot of people walking around without limbs or without eyes. And I don't think that the literal reading of that text is what Jesus has in mind for us. For after all, I can't say, listen, whatever it is that happened isn't actually my fault, it's my hand's fault. Can't blame me, it's just my hand that's responsible. Of course, hands and feet and eyes, I think, represent the things that we do with our hands and the places that we go as we walk on our feet. And our eyes represent the things that we see. And so, as we enter into the next phase of life in the church, and perhaps normal after the summer, the question is, are the things that I'm doing or have done, are the places that I am going or have gone, are the things that I look at or look for, are they causes for stumbling? Do they scandalize me or others? Because if they do, then I need to cut it out. Not literally, but literally. We need to examine our lives and the choices that we make and how they impact the paths that we follow. If there are particular places that I go or people that I interact with and I'm following in the same patterns and they lead me into a separation from God, from my better self, then cut it out. We live in times that are tense. There are lots of folks that are offering opinions about which way we should go and how it is that we should get there and what's needed and not. I want you to know that Jesse Lee is working very hard to be sensitive and appropriate, that we are trying to sense God's leading and we want to be appropriate in our witness. We want to help everyone to find what the calling of God is for their lives. So when we create worship spaces, we're doing so in a way that allows people to be socially distanced, and we require masks, and we're working on ventilation, and we're doing everything that we can to provide a safe place where folks can draw close to God. If you've got into some habits that aren't helpful for you, we're hoping that being in the community with others can be a source of encouragement for you, that it might give you the resilience to stand up and to stay away from things that are hurtful or harmful. The journey isn't easy, and there's going to be causes for stumbling for all of us. But let's not seek them out. Let's try and be a part of a community that helps all of us to live rightly before God. This is Pastor Bill Fole from Jesse Lee, and I'm so glad that I'm on this adventure with you. God bless you.